7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have ignition.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rest Period After Dark. NFL Week 7 is in the books. This is episode 8 of our series. So we're going to be, once again, breaking down the games, going over some storylines, talking about, kind of our favorite moments from the week, and might get a little fantasy football talk in there too, but yeah, should be a good one today.
Got a good one.
We got a lot of Colts hype going on, I think, guys, right? So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's
Ton
going to
of
be fun.
Colts hype. But yeah, before we get started, if you guys like what you're seeing, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. We want to see those subscriber numbers go up. The views have been crazy, so we love the views, but we want to see some more comments, some more likes, some more subscriptions. And if you want, I think this is a good segue. Let's show off the Rogans. If you guys got Rogans to pop, I don't got Rogans. There we go. Pop the Rogan.
I got a water.
I got
water tonight.
I got a Fresca, but
Hulk and we got our special treat already.
But yeah, we got an affiliate link that will flash on screen. It's also going to be in the description. You just click that link. You can go get some discounted drinks. It helps us out. We get a little bit of a kickback from the sale, and you guys get discounted drinks, so it's a win-win. Also, the merch. We're in the merch right now. Go check it out if you're interested.
This
is just a plain white tee. We got,
yeah. There it is.
Danny Dimes on the back. Indiana Jones.
That's cool, man.
It's pretty sweet.
Dude, if you're a Colts fan, you better be buying this, man.
Yeah, if you're a Colts fan, go check it out.
MVP of the league right there.
We got
MVP, right? Come on.
We got more than just that on the store too, so we'll keep adding stuff to it too, so go take a look if you guys are interested. But
yeah. We got lots of stuff. Once we get this Kill Cliff sponsorship, we'll get the seltzer water sponsorship next. That one's going to be a little harder.
Yeah.
Harder to get Waterloo on board, but we're on it.
Waterloo's coming, all right?
let's get sponsored by Fresca.
Yeah, we'll get Fresca in here.
Fresca's solid, bro. Yeah, we can get some Fresca. Let's go.
But first game on the docket is the Old Man Bowl. So Joe Flacco, he was playing like he was in his prime on Thursday night. He was hucking the rock like it was his days of winning the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers was also having a hell of a game, but, Joe Flacco got it done at the end. He showed that he's still elite. The Browns are kicking themselves right now. They're hurting. They're hurting in Cleveland right now.
I just love that Mike Tomlin called out the Browns for trading Flacco within their division, I don't know if you guys heard the Mike Tomlin thing. He's like, dude, you can't trade a quarterback like, they're in the same division. He's like, this is just ridiculous. So I kind of like Mike Tomlin calling him out. But, dude, you got to give mad respect to those two. Like, they both played decent football at their ages. So, man, Joe Flacco, man, he's slinging that ball. He played well, I thought. He had a great game, actually. But
yeah, dude, watching that game. When that game ended, I felt like I had to see if I had any algebra homework due. Like, I felt that was a flashback. I thought it was 2012, and I was like, oh, man, I got some homework. I got some AP tests I got to study for. What's going on? But then I remember that I'm 30 years old. But, yeah, good game. Great game.
Those guys are so old, Goggins, man. They're barely older than me, by the way. Those guys are very similar ages to me. So I'm very impressed by both of those guys. I got to give credit. A-Rod, man, he's 41. Flacco, 40 years old. I thought it was fun, actually. Jamar Chase had a monster game, which I know, Hulk, I think you faced Jamar Chase in Fantasy World. Kind of thought you were in a little trouble. But, yeah, I mean, he had a monster game. Don't worry, guys. Hulk came back. He came back and won that game. But, Yeah, Jamar Chase and Flacco, that could be kind of dangerous. T. Higgins had a good game. I don't know. The Bengals, are they gonna be better now? I thought they played well, but I don't know. It's kind of a hard. It's a 1-game thing that 2-game thing that's happened with Joe Flacco, but I don't know. They looked okay, right? I mean, they actually looked good to me, and they beat the Steelers, which they were 4-1. So thought that was cool.
Yeah, my storyline, I actually have some history with Joe Flacco because he was the Colts quarterback last year. And he had some flashes of talent early in the season. But my kind of take on him is he's good for 1 game. He's good for 1 or 2 games. And then he's just bad. Most of the time he's bad. He throws a lot of arm punt interceptions. But yeah, I mean, he unlocked his inner, I don't know, his 2010 self in that game.
He did, yeah. No, and the year, Hulk, what year did he go to the Super Bowl? He was just money that year.
Yeah.
It was 2011? 2011, yeah. So he got, 2011, man, that guy got red hot.
Against Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That was that Super Bowl.
But Flacco has that arm talent, man, and he's never had receivers that are this good. So
yeah, 2012
finish. Okay. I don't know. I heard multiple people say this. He's never had 2 receivers like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. So I wonder if they make the playoffs with Joe Flacco or Joe Burrow comes back and that'd be kind of a fun storyline, I think, actually. But who knows? I mean, I think you're right, Hulk. They're probably not going to make it because Joe Flacco has 1 or 2 games in him to play like that. But He looked pretty good, man. He looked pretty good.
His age is going to start showing in these next few games, I think. I don't think he's going to be able to maintain this kind of production for the rest of the season, unfortunately. So I think the Bengals, I think it's still going to be tough for them to get their season back on track and make the playoffs. But
they are in the thick of it, though. They're a game and a half back, so given all of the hoops they've had to jump through, they're still right there. So that's I feel like it's easy to write teams off early in the year, but there's so many games. There's 17 games. It takes a second half rally go a long way for some of these teams.
If it was just the fact that they're starting Joe Flacco, I would say maybe. But their defense also sucks, so I don't think it's happening this year. Unfortunately, they still have been giving up a lot of points to these teams. So unless their offense is firing on all cylinders like they did on Thursday night, they're not going to be winning these games.
Yeah, I agree. Good call. I think they're going to miss the playoffs, but it's one of the more fun storylines. The Icy Hot Bowl, Ray, is what they called it. I don't think Flacco's ever used Icy Hot. I think that's all a myth, guys. Us 39, 40, 41-year-olds, we don't need that Icy Hot, but I think Joe Flacco, he's just fine. He's feeling good. Okay.
I'm already on that Icy Hot game. It's pretty good stuff.
It was all a joke. He's on Icy Hot. It was just a joke, but yeah. He's acting like he doesn't need it just to be cool, but no, he needs Icy Hot, ice baths. He needs sauna. He needs it all, man. He needs to take care of that body. But
yeah, I never use. I'm not 40 years old, but I like BioFreeze. BioFreeze is where it's at.
Yeah, I agree. I actually like BioFreeze too.
Yeah,
that's good stuff for when you're running long distance, man. That cools your. You got a little muscle cramp. Bam, put that BioFreeze on. Let's go. I think it's better than Icy Hot. You probably use it for wrestling, right, Hulk? Put a little BioFreeze on and.
Oh yeah, I use
keep wrestling.
If I get a pulled muscle or something, put a little BioFreeze on. You're good to go. You're ready to go.
Goggins, during your triathlon, did you have BioFreeze or what was the use? Yeah.
Trying to think. No, I had I went pretty unaided. I had a little Vaseline, but that was about it. Otherwise, pretty much unassisted.
Totally raw. Yeah, just a raw triathlon. I'm pretty impressed, actually.
Yeah, just water and Gatorade. I guess Gatorade is, performance enhancing, but...
Yeah, super.
What do you guys think of the Steelers, though? You think the Steelers are gonna? I think the Steelers are making the playoffs. I mean, I think it's gonna be. I think with just the state of their division right now, it's gonna be pretty tough for anybody else to win that division right now.
Yeah, that division's just so weak. Like I feel like I could see the Steelers just falling apart down the stretch. I don't know. It's a hard one to call. Obviously, Steelers front runners, but like even if Lamar comes back and the Ravens get hot in the second half, I feel like the winner of that division could be like 10-7.
Yeah, I think
agree. Yeah,
I agree. I think it's a weak division for sure. I think the Steelers could also fall apart and still win their division, though.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen, right? Like 9-8, barely squeeze in there, but no one's a clear winner in this division. Steelers, I don't think are very good. I mean, the Bengals kind of put it on them, I thought, but who knows? I mean, freaking Cleveland won at home, but they seem like they're pretty bad. The Ravens, we've talked about how many times now. I don't know. But yeah, if the Bengals, if they catch fire, the Steelers fall apart a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think the Steelers are going to lose that division, but they're definitely not going to run away with it. How about that? That's maybe what I think.
I think that's a fair assessment. All right, the first Sunday game is LAR Jacksonville, so the Rams, Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna admit I was a Rams fan this week. You know, I was really happy to see Jacksonville get smacked by the Rams. That helps my team out. So there's not really much else to say. You know, I think this is a statement win for the Rams. You know, they took out Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a pretty decent team this year. At least they seem to be. So, you know, maybe the Rams got something. Who knows?
How can you not be a fan of the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford with the football in his hands? 5 touchdown passes. I mean, Rams, clear NFC West favorites, clear contenders. The Jaguars, I said this last week, they're awful. It's all mirage down there in Jacksonville. I mean, dude, Matt he might win the MVP. Look out. I think he's probably leading or close to the top in like every major stat for quarterbacks. So he's definitely, there's something in the water in LA.
I heard this interesting take that Puka is out, and they still pounded the Jaguars without Puka, by the way, which is pretty impressive. But this guy was talking about how Devontae Adams in Puka's position might actually be better because he runs better routes. He might actually be a better receiver. I think, dude, Devontae had 3 touchdowns for me, fantasy football. Like, Devontae Adams is a little bit older, I get it, but I do think he runs better routes. He's a better receiver as far as running routes would go. Puka's a beast, man. I get it, but that was kind of fun to watch, man. Stafford was cooking. I think it's looking like, so the 49ers, Rams, Seahawks are up 14-0. They might all be 5-2. What a slugfest of a division, guys. That's pretty cool. I said the 49ers probably are not winning that division. I dropped them to 3rd. The Rams definitely have a shot. I mean, the Rams have a shot, right? The Seahawks are going to be 5-2 potentially, though, too. So there's not a clear runaway team here, but yeah, it's a good division, man. It's a good division. I think 49ers are going to drop to that 3rd spot. But McCaffrey had a good game, but they don't have what the Rams have. The Rams have a good defense. Stafford is freaking elite this year. Goggins, we make fun of him, you know, for the old man stuff, but now he's slinging that football. So yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, right?
I think if anything, you can consider the Rams a wild card team right now. I still don't think they're winning their division, though. I think the 49ers, you know, I think they're gonna win some games here. I know they're injured. I know they're beat up, but like we saw this week, and we'll get into this game. You know, when you got CMC and you got some of the talent they got on the offensive side of the ball, you know, they can still win games, I think.
And the Seahawks, right? Like it's a fun division. Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks too.
It's one of the more fun divisions.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think Stafford's going to have his hands full with Sam Darnold. I think he's going to have his hands full with CMC.
Hulk.
Apple match,
Hulk.
yeah.
We have enough tape of you trashing Matthew Stafford. We have plenty of tape for the Super Bowl mix. You can stop with this. We know Matt Stafford's the best quarterback in the West. Like we don't have to hype up Sam Darnold anymore. When the Rams beat them 42-12 in the playoffs, we have plenty of tape to go back on. Like, come on. Let's give our honest opinions now.
I'm giving my honest opinion. I think Sam Darnold's a better quarterback than Matt Stafford. That's my take.
I will say this. Stafford is having an incredible start to the year. So I think Sam Darnold's really good though. I think Hulk's got a point. But right now, stats wise, yeah, Stafford's having a better year, but Sam Darnold's good, man. I think Sam Darnold's really good. It's going to be a fun year. I think the 49ers are clearly the third best team in that division with all their injuries, but Hulk, I get it, man. No, I like CMC. I like what they have too. I'm actually like kind of hurt that because I had them second in that division. I dropped them to third, which doesn't mean they don't make the playoffs, I guess. I mean, I should say that. Like third in that division, maybe they might still make the playoffs. I don't know. It's just such a good division, but I just think they're done as a Super Bowl contender. I don't think they have a shot at that. Too many injuries. We got to say this, though. The Rams have a shot at the Super Bowl, man. I don't know. I mean, the way they're playing, they got Devontae and Puka, Kyron Williams running that ball. I probably underestimated them slightly. They're playing a little bit better. Their defense is good. Their defense is really solid. So, freaking Jared Verse, Hulk. Remember that guy? Jared Verse.
That's Goggins' favorite player on the Rams defense.
Yeah, it's
Jared Verse. The only guy. Just don't ask me his number, height, college, or position.
We will not. But dude, Jared Verse is really freaking good. Jared Verse is really good. So no, their defense is tough, man. So
what I will say about the Rams, in all honesty, I think I'd probably say they're equal with the Seahawks right now. I could definitely see one of these teams dropping a game to the Cardinals because I think the Cardinals are underrated. I think their record is a lot worse than how they actually are playing. I think Jacoby Brissett is playing really well. They're losing a lot of like one-score games, so it's just like these are games they could have easily won, and if they won all those games, we would be having a completely different conversation. So, yeah, I think the Seahawks and Rams are like going to be, battling for one of those two spots up in the top two. But no, I still have faith in the 49ers. I think they can still win games. So I think I'm going to keep the 49ers at 1, honestly. Rams and Seahawks can battle it out for the wild card spot. So that's where I got it right now. That's my take.
I do think that's a great call. I think it could come down to whoever drops the game to the Cardinals is the one that doesn't win the division. So
Cardinals are sneaky for sure, Hulk. Good call. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yep.
You all right, Goggins?
Spicy pineapple.
Next game in the list here is Saints Bears. Storyline quickly. Bears have won 3 in a row. Bears might be legit this year.
Well,
Ben Johnson.
They might be getting a little bit.
They did this last year, though. We got to give them a couple more weeks, but I mean, they look good. They're getting some. I mean, the Saints, not great, but they've got a couple good wins in their belts. They beat the Commanders last week, so I mean, they look solid.
I guess we got to give Ben Johnson credit, right? I mean, he's a good coach, man. It's a little disappointing because I didn't want the Bears to be any good, but Ben Johnson, man, he's proven it. I don't know. I guess it just shows you good coaches can come in and make a difference. So
yeah, I mean,
man, they're a threat. Hulk, they're a threat. I mean, they're 4-2. I mean, I get it. Last year they fell apart, but they're picking the ball off like crazy. I don't know if they have 2 guys in the top 3 in interceptions. They're picking the ball off. They're creating turnovers. I don't know. Ben Johnson's got something going on defense and offense. They got a good team. So
Yeah, I think their defense is playing really well, but also keep in mind that in their last 3 games, they beat the Raiders and the Saints. Those are 2 of the worst teams in the league right now.
agreed. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for example, the Raiders just got beat 0-31 by the
Yeah.
Browns. So,
Yeah.
but
I agree with that. Yeah.
beating the Commanders, though, I think is that's a tough win. Not that, like, the Commanders are pretty good, I think.
Yeah. The Bears they deserve a little credit only because we all kind of counted them out this year. But to be 4-2 after 6 games, I don't know. I mean, you could be really bad. You could have a easy schedule and still lose games. So they win games. So I will give them some credit because the NFL is a hard league, man, to win. So
Looking at the Bears' schedule, they actually have a pretty easy schedule for the next 3 weeks. They got the Ravens next week, the Bengals, and then the Giants are probably their toughest opponent in the next 3 weeks. But I could easily see them winning their next 2 games as well and improving to 6-2. So I think they might.
let them turn into the Bears. Let's lose all 3. Let's not play these games with you guys. Let's lose all 3. Let's go back to what the Bears are supposed to be.
Let's go back to how the Bears are supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, I think this division is going to be tough. I think the NFC North is always tough. Normally the Bears aren't in the conversation, but the Vikings are kind of having a mediocre year. So, yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I think it could go either way, quite honestly. I think we could see the Bears win their next 3 or lose their next 3.
Yeah, like which Bears team shows up, right? No, Hulk, you're right. That schedule is not terrible. I mean, what if they're 7-2? That would be like one of the more surprising storylines of the year. That could happen. I don't know. Caleb Williams is playing okay. They got talent. So I should not have sat here and said I want the Bears to be the worst team in the NFL because they're not the worst team in the NFL, right? They're going to be a tough matchup for a lot of teams. So it was more a hope that they would be bad. But Ben Johnson, I knew he was a good coach. He came from the Detroit Lions, #1 offense in the league last year, man. It's like, dang. They probably got the right coach finally. It's been a while for the Bears, so good for them, right? But bad for the Packers and everyone else in the NFC. But
the one thing I will say about the Packers, though, or at least right now, and just this division in general, Packers are not the best team in the NFC. Like you were hyping up.
We'll get to that in a second. Go to the next game.
The next game is Browns and Miami Dolphins. Browns stomped on the Miami Dolphins, 31-6.
Fire McDaniels. I'm done, man. Like, we gotta fire that dude. Let's get rid of the gel in his hair, the Tua crap. I'm done.
Fire Tua.
Boys.
Just go scorch.
Fire Tua. Fire them all. Get them out of there.
Go scorch earth. Just fire everybody.
I'm serious. The Dolphins are so upsetting. Like, they should be way better than this. They've got talent. They have guys everywhere that can. Jalen Waddle, freaking HN, Tua. This has been an absolute. This should be a fire sale, man. It's done, and you feel bad. Like, they were pretty good in the last 4 or 5 years, right? So, I don't know, man. It's crazy. They got their tails kicked. It was not even close, man.
It was bad.
You gotta fire the coach.
They benched Tua for Ewers. Never even heard of this guy.
Quinn Ewers.
Ewers.
I mean, he played at Texas. But this is bad. Hulk, we gotta fire the whole staff. We gotta.
Terrible. Tua threw 3 picks.
Goggins, what do you think of Tua? I mean, I know it's super disappointing for Tua, but like, where are we at? You know.
I mean, they're a mess. I had picked the Dolphins to be a wild card team. You know, I don't make a lot of bad picks, but I'll admit that one. That was a terrible pick. Worst pick probably of the draft. The Dolphins are awful. They're disorganized. Losing Tyreek doesn't help anybody. There's just like no cohesion to the whole thing. Like, I don't know you know, it's time. It's time to clean house and just start fresh. That's all I really got to say.
We kind of all said that last week too, right? Like Hulk, you said it, Goggins said it, I said, like, why? What are the Dolphins waiting for, man? I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, like, they got to be seriously consider firing the head coach. Maybe getting rid of Tua is a little extreme, but maybe. I mean, Tua's been playing really, really, really bad, and he's clearly been bad for the culture. Like, he's becoming kind of toxic.
Would you trade him? Would you trade him? Like, what would you do? It's like he's kind of signed to this contract. I don't know, man. It's weird.
you could trade him, but the question is, who would you trade him to?
Yeah, like who doesn't have
a quarterback? Who really needs a quarterback right now?
What do you think of the Saints? Maybe Spencer Rattler, like maybe, but I don't know, man. It's one of the more sad stories so far this year. Them and the Ravens have been absolute disappointments, right? Like
they just need to give the ball to Achane.
Achane's good, man.
Just stop playing around and hand the ball to Achane.
Achane's good. I don't get it. Like their offense was so good 3 years ago, and now it's like the same guys that are terrible. Like I don't know what's going on, man. But yeah,
but Tua throwing 3 picks, dude, you gotta come on, man. Can't throw 3 picks.
Do you think he's just? We talked about this, but like CTE, like there's actually probably some things going on.
Yeah,
I kind of worry. I worry about Tua, man. So
I mean, it's a real possibility with his history with concussions. But yeah, the Browns' defense is good, but 3 interceptions is ridiculous from a guy that I think can play a lot better than he's playing. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, the one positive we'll say is Cleveland's defense absolutely wrecked them, and I don't know. Dylan Gabriel, I guess, didn't he get his first win? So that's kind of cool. Rookie got his first win. But the Browns, yeah, they're not great. I mean, the fact they killed the Dolphins like that, it's just got to be the end. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow morning that he's going to be fired. It might be like Tuesday morning football talk, but I don't know, man.
I think in terms of people that are on the hot seat for getting fired, he's number 1 on the list. At least he's number 1 on my list.
Yeah, his vibe just doesn't match the players they put there. Like he's such like an analytics kind of guy. I don't know. Tua just doesn't feel like that quarterback. Like he's not really. Doesn't strike me as that big of like a system quarterback. Obviously got injury stuff, but like he's always kind of been his own. You know, he's a pretty unique individual. That's like how he was in college, and I feel like that's how he had success early in his career, just kind of gunslinging. And it's like you put in a coach who's all these analytics, and yeah, just something's wrong. The chemistry is just totally off.
He'd be a good assistant coach with the Packers, though, McDonald. Yeah, like dude is a good offensive mind. Seriously, like put him on the Packers. Yeah, get a little assistant offensive coordinator action going. But no, he's got to be done. Maybe tomorrow morning it happens, but I think Tua could be traded, but I don't know, man. That's kind of a hard one to trade your quarterback. Rarely does that happen, but dude, they could trade him to the Saints. I could see that. Spencer Rattler, they don't really have a guy, so Kellen Moore is the coach there. He's a quarterback guy. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, the Dolphins are a mess, and the Browns beat the Packers and the Dolphins. Good job, boys.
Yeah. Yes, they did. The next game on the list is Chiefs Raiders. Not really a whole lot to say. The Raiders are not very good. Mahomes had a fantastic game. The Chiefs defense completely shut down the Raiders' ability to move the ball, but the Raiders haven't really been able to move the ball on anybody. So yeah, I mean, it was just, the better team did what they were supposed to do, and they beat up on a weaker team. So,
dude, Rashee Rice, that's the story of that game, isn't it? Goggins, do you have him on fantasy? No?
No.
Do you, Hulk? You have him on your bench?
I don't have Rashee Rice.
Man, I wish I had him on my bench. I just
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns coming off torn ACL from last year, and I know he got in trouble with the law too. That's obviously why he was suspended. But Man, he had a monster game. The Chiefs are dangerous. Son of a gun. Son of a gun.
He hadn't played in over a year, and 7 receptions, 2 touchdowns. That's not good to give Mahomes a weapon. The Chiefs are now over 500. They are probably just oozing with confidence after a big win over the Lions and just dismantling Las Vegas. Yeah, this is bad news for the whole AFC.
And after the Chargers dropped the game to the Colts, that just brings the Chiefs that much closer to getting into the top 2. So yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to have the losing season that we thought, but they're either going to win their division by sneaking out in front of the Broncos late in the year, or they're going to snag a wild card spot, and we're going to have to deal with them in the postseason, unfortunately.
It's so upsetting.
It was such a fun month. Like, man, was it so much fun feeling like other teams had a shot, like watching the Colts rise, watching the, thinking maybe even the Patriots had an outside chance. Then, yeah.
The Chiefs just do this every freaking year. Even if they lose a few games, man, they're so good. They're so resilient. They're just like, they got everything you would want in a team, man. They got Mahomes too. Obviously that helps, but wow.
They lost 3 games early, and now they're going to finish the year 15-3, 14-3.
I mean, don't count them out. It happened now, son of a gun. Well, I can't think who's missed the playoffs. I'm actually distraught about this. Anyway, I mean, Andy Reid is too good. We'll go into the Packers in a little bit, but Andy Reid, come to the Packers. Come take over. All right.
Next one up, we got the Eagles and the Vikings. Eagles took out the Vikings, but it was a close game. Vikings aren't that great this year. I mean, I think it's just a sign that the Eagles are on the decline this year. I'm not too impressed with the way the Eagles have been playing the last few weeks. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're still going to make the playoffs. I think their division is pretty weak with the Cowboys, and the Giants are starting. We're starting to see some flashes of potential out of the Giants, but I don't think we've seen enough yet to really say they're going to do anything down the stretch. The Commanders, I think, could potentially have a good second half of the year, but they haven't had a great start. Obviously, they have a losing record. I still think the Eagles are the team to beat in that division, but I don't think their postseason is going to result in another Super Bowl going to Philly. So,
and Saquon had he didn't have a lot of yards. He didn't what's going on with Saquon? I think, is he hurt? It's weird, man. It's weird. And it's Jalen Hurts must have heard us talking, because he threw that pigskin all over the freaking field. He actually had kind of a monster game passing, but yeah, I agree, Hulk. I don't think they're not like the juggernaut that people probably were thinking to start the year. Vikings aren't great. But yeah, Jalen Hurts kind of saved them, actually. He was throwing the ball pretty well. Yeah, I don't see them as the top seed or anything in the NFC. I mean, they make the playoffs. The Commanders are underperforming. Jaden Daniels has been hurt a decent amount. So the Eagles probably win that division by 2 or 3 games at this point. But yeah, they're not playing as well as a lot of people were thinking. So on the other side, the Vikings, who's going to be their quarterback? I don't know if you guys have a take on that, but Carson Wentz versus this JJ McCarthy, I don't know what's going to happen there, but they're just not very good. They're just not very good.
I think Carson Wentz probably going to be their quarterback. I mean, he had a great game against the Eagles. Well, actually, he didn't have that great of a game now that I'm looking at it. His yardage looks really good, but he threw 2 picks. So, not a super great game. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. JJ McCarthy hasn't been having a good year either, though. So
no, he hasn't.
It's probably a coin flip at this point.
Yeah.
No, I think they're gonna give the ball to Wentz because they probably think they can get a playoff spot still, but they should just give it to McCarthy and then treat it as an investment year, because I mean the Vikings aren't gonna do much in the playoffs this year. I mean, they couldn't even win a playoff game when they were top of the NFC. So, I hate the Vikings. But the Eagles, Kyle, you called this in August. Saquon's having kind of a step back this year just from all of his use last year. I think that was spot on. He's been both like a little bit of load management, but also just doesn't have the same pop that he did a year ago. It makes total sense. Like you said, back in August, just given, how much he was carrying the team last year, like just stings you up. And, you need some time to recover. And very rarely do running backs do that back to back. So,
yeah, they're just not the same team. But I like Saquon. So, I'm not rooting against him by any means, but it's just hard to have back-to-back seasons like that, I just do. I wonder if he's hurt. He's not cutting. He's not hitting the hole. He's not hitting 70-yard touchdowns. I don't know. He's not the same dude. Is it the end of his career? I hope not. But, man, what happened? He's just not very good this year. So we got a lot of running backs we can talk about, and we'll get to it, that are a lot better this year. JT obviously being one. Kyron Williams is having a better year. James Cook is having a better year. Bijan, McCaffrey, go down a freaking list. Josh Jacobs. I don't know. Saquon's not even in the top 20 discussion, which is embarrassing based on last year, but
yeah, I don't really want to hear this whole can't have good back-to-back years, because with the year that JT's having right now, I hope he has the same year for many years to come.
You're right. You're right.
But
yeah.
One. I'm just looking at the stats of this game, and Eagles won this game, and as much as Saquon's not having the same year he had last year, they actually did a pretty decent job at dividing the workload and not just passing on every single down. Saquon got 18 carries, and I think that helped Jalen Hurts. I think when they mix it up, people have to respect, Saquon's not having the impact or the year he had last year, but that also could be part of the reason that he's not is, one, they're not giving him the ball nearly as much, and two, teams are prepared for him now. They know, based on the season he had last year, they're scheming for him. And I think if they can just, do a better job at splitting the workload between run and pass, teams got to respect Saquon's ability to make plays, and it's going to open things up for Jalen Hurts. And I think that's potentially what we saw in this game, because Jalen Hurts had a monster game. So, yeah. AJ Brown, by the way, he finally showed out for you.
Whose fantasy team is he on? That's my only. Where is he sitting today?
Didn't you have AJ Brown? Did you cut him?
Dude, I have AJ Brown. He put up 30 points on my bench this week.
On your bench, bro. Yeah. Dang it. I knew you had him. I just didn't know if you cut him.
I'm glad I held on to him. You could not start that man after what he did the first 6 weeks. But it's a good sign. Maybe I can actually get a little production out of him.
Yeah. I wonder if he goes wild the rest of the year. Yeah, I think Saquon's a step slow. That's what I'm seeing, actually. I'm watching him play. He's just not. Dude, I remember he lit up the Rams last year twice, didn't he, Goggins? He had some monster runs and absolute speed and burst. And, dude, they were stacking the box last year. I was watching. I schemed defenses. They were stacking the box, but Saquon was that guy. He just, ran through it. Didn't matter. The safety was supposed to make the tackle. The safety missed because Saquon was so fast and just so elusive. He lost some stuff, man. He's just not – he's not doing that this year. So I think they're stacking the box. They stacked the box last year. Their offensive line is not as good this year either. I think their left guard is Hurts. So, dude, the offensive line matters. JT, we can talk about JT, but that matters, right? How good your offensive line is and how big the holes are, and obviously those things matter. So I think, Saquon's just dealing with all that stuff. He lost a step, but he's also, man, they're stacking the box and they don't have as good of an offensive line. So
Jason Kelce is retired, right?
Yeah.
So Jason Kelce.
He's got his own podcast, right? He's competing with the rest period after dark, but.
Oh yeah. We'll get those boys on here when we get big enough. Don't worry.
And we'll get Taylor Swift on here. We'll promise our fans that. Yeah.
We'll get Taylor Swift on here when we get big for sure. But yeah, I think next game, Carolina, New York Jets, is a pretty close game. Surprisingly, Panthers have been doing well the last few weeks. This is another team that I'm a little bit surprised with. I didn't think the Panthers were going to be at all as good as they have been in the early going this year, but they're 4-3, and Bryce Young has put together some pretty good games here, which we didn't see at all from him last year. I mean, he was bad last year. So, I don't know, maybe something's clicked. Obviously, Rico Dowdle has been having a monster few games, and that's helping a lot, I think. But I think we've seen it time and time again, like, especially when you have a young quarterback, if you can run the ball, that helps them so much because they're passing the ball less. Defense have to respect the run, and I think that really makes a big impact.
Yeah, on the other side of the ball, you got Justin Fields benched after going 0-6, now 0-7. I kind of feel for Justin Fields, man. I don't think he's nearly as bad as his results would tell you a couple years into his career. I think the Jets are just bad news, and I think that that's historically a place for quarterbacks go to die. Aaron Rodgers made it out there by the skin of his teeth.
Did the Jets start Tyrod Taylor and then bench him and bring Justin Fields back? Because it looks like Tyrod Taylor started the game, threw 2 picks, and then they brought Justin Fields back in, and
I think it was the other way, actually. I think they started Fields and then benched him in the second half, and Taylor came in and made a bad situation worse.
What you guys feel for Aaron Glenn right now? Come on, guys. I don't know.
I mean,
this is embarrassing.
Come on. I mean, this is pretty par of the course for the Jets. I mean, if you're a Jets fan, you're used to this kind of a season. So
yeah, The Panthers, though, dude, you're spot on. Rico Dowdle, let's go. I mean, he's good, man.
He's a beast.
He's freaking good. He's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun little story. I don't want Carolina to be good because they play the Packers in 2 weeks, I think. But Bryce Young, watch out. Now they're super surprising. I think that's one of the more fun stories. So the Jets, what do you guys think? Do you think Aaron Glenn sticks it out? Because I mean, this is a pretty bad start to an era. And I don't know, Justin Fields I like too, Goggins. I don't get it. It's just a lot of weird stuff going on. But
dude, go ahead, Hulk.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think you can fire a coach after one season. Especially when you're getting picked up by an organization like the Jets that have been bad for a really long time. Like, there's still some rebuilding that needs to get done. I mean, they have talent on their team, so I don't know if it's just like a culture thing or what. Like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like they have talent and they're just not able to ever get anything going. So I don't really know. Maybe the Jets are just cursed. Maybe they're cursed by the butt fumble. Ever since the butt fumble happened, they've just been cursed to be bad for all of eternity by the football gods.
Yeah, how can you be a Jets fan, man? That's gotta be can we get a Jets fan on? Can someone please call into the show who's like a diehard Jets fan and explain to us, like, what do you eat for breakfast? How do you sleep at night? Like, how do you do
lift?
it?
What kind of lifts do you do?
Yeah, it's like go ride your bike in the corner for 3 hours. Is that the Jets fan gym experience? I don't like. What are you doing? How do you? Yeah, it's a tough go.
Like I said, this is pretty par of the course for the Jets. So at this point, the Jets fans, they're probably just numb to it. They're just so used to losing all the time. Anytime they win a game, it's like their Super Bowl. They get to celebrate for 1 week every time they win.
Didn't you love when they had Wayne Krebeck and Keyshawn Johnson and Vinny Testaverde. Do you guys remember that team? No, it was
What was
like,
that, like
okay.
early 2000s?
Sorry, it was more in the 2000s. I know it's kind of like a long time ago, but that's the last time the Jets were relevant to me. Even Mark Sanchez, I know, like, made the AFC Championship game, but dude, it's like that's the last time they even were like a discussion. And at its ownership, its culture, it's everything. Aaron Glenn he's a good coach. There's no way he's a bad coach. Like, he was really good with the Lions. I actually really like Aaron Glenn. I think he's really like passionate. But man, they're gonna make him age, aren't they? Like, they're gonna make him age. And does he stick it out? That's the other question. Like, does he want to be there? I hope he does. I hope he turns it around like Dan Campbell did with the Lions. I think he's kind of that guy. I think he's got that energy to him. But I like Aaron Glenn. I don't like the Jets, but I do like Aaron Glenn. I think he's a good coach. So I hope Justin Fields sticks it out, because I think Justin Fields should get another shot. Don't bench him, Aaron. Don't do it. Like, don't put it in Tyrod Taylor. You know, like Tyrod Taylor, I mean, he's fine as a backup, but just roll with your guy. Just roll with Justin Fields and see what happens. But rest period after dark. We're trying to help you out, Jets. We're trying to help you out. Yeah, don't go to Tyrod. Don't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should stick with Justin Fields. I don't know. Do the Jets have a bad offensive line? I feel like they have a bad offensive line. I think that's part of the problem too.
Yeah, and they're not running the ball well. So we put this a little bit on their offensive coordinator. Like, they're just not. We're talking about the Eagles. Dude, the freaking Jets have Breece Hall and Braylon Allen and all these cats that can run. Why aren't we running like a Tim Tebow type offense? Just freaking, you know what I mean? Like, RPO these guys, like that's the only way they're going to win games. Like, Justin Fields can't throw the ball as well as some other guys, but that guy can run.
Yeah,
he can run the football.
He can get it done with his feet for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think they should focus on run heavy pass option. That seems like the right choice.
They seem to try to throw the ball a lot with Justin Fields. I'm just going to say one thing. He can't throw very well. How about we run the football? We're talking a lot about running the football tonight. Like, run the ball 30 times and throw it 20. Maybe you have a shot then. Yeah, like, I don't get it, man. They're just not. Breece Hall is really good. They don't even he's got no stats this year. I don't get it. And this keeps happening every year.
Dude, when you're 0-7 and you haven't made the playoffs in 15 years, it's like you don't even have a football problem. You have like a staff problem, a culture problem, an ownership problem, a fan base problem. Like, it's just that's the worst city to play football in, and it has been for a decade.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
not just bury them, because I know we're trying to make a conversation out of it, but like, it's just tough.
We just feel bad.
Yeah, Lombardi giving them some life. I mean, I'm sure they all appreciate that. They're getting out their notebooks, but
we're
it might be time to throw those notebooks away and watch some more baseball.
Hey,
yeah.
when the
Focus
Jets,
on the Knicks, guys. The Knicks are coming around the corner.
Basketball.
when the Jets hire Lombardi as their offensive coordinator,
God, no, I'm too busy with this.
they are they the offensive coordinator watches his podcast and he takes our advice. They start running a run heavy RPO offense.
I mean,
and all of a sudden they win. They win their next 7 in a row. They end the season 9-8. We'll be saying, you heard it here first on rest period. They stole our.
They'd be stealing all of our information, Hulk.
Yeah,
like they're stealing everything, all the takes, all the strategies. Let's go. Come on. No, but run the football. Hulk, you've been saying it for weeks. Goggins and I have been mentioning it with different teams that we like. Run the freaking football. Like, I don't get it. These teams are not, I don't know, but I also come from an era of football where running the ball set up the pass. But today's game, these coaches, some of them are like, nope, we don't need that. We just throw the ball. We don't care about that. So I think us three especially, I think we like running the football. I think we like controlling the line of scrimmage. That opens up the pass, which is kind of the Colts, right? Like the Colts are doing it better than anyone else this year. So it's like, man, it's a great style. I love that style of football. So It's cool.
Yeah, believe it or not, you know, this is pretty old school. Back in the old-timey days of football, you know, running the ball up the middle, just a nice halfback dive play. I mean, that was peak football right there, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the ball, controlling the clock. But you see it time and time again. I mean, these old principles of just like running the ball, like the best teams are the ones that do that the best. Like, I know it's a league where it's like we want to pass, we want to have big plays, we want to see, you know, quarterbacks be the star of the show, but a lot of the best teams, they can just run the football. And if you can run the football, why pass? Like if you're crushing them in the run, there's no need to pass. Like
It like crushes their soul, doesn't it? Like, if you just like keep running the ball, dude, that defense's soul is taken. And then, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Is the Colts game the next game? Because, like, that is the team. It, like, embodies everything we're saying this year. I don't know, man. They're running the football. They're physical. They absolutely destroy people's souls, it feels like to me. I don't know. They're just like, they're running the ball so freaking well. Teams get disgruntled, I think. They just kind of give up. So,
yeah, the next game is the Giants and the Broncos, which I want to talk about because
crazy game.
The Giants just choked this game away. I mean, they were up by like 3 scores, and they just choked it in like less than 2 quarters. They completely fell apart. So, but
what do you think happened, Hulk? I mean, was it like, did they just kind of forget football was going on, or they're like, it's a fourth quarter?
I don't know. I just think the Giants aren't used to having those kind of leads. They don't even know what to do it themselves. Yeah. They're so used to having to come back and win games, if they win games at all.
That's a fair point. Like you're just saying, they didn't know how to close it, right? I mean, dude, they gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. That's insane. Like, Bo Nix had 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It's incredibly bad on the Giants' part. Dayball, I still have been saying this over and over. He needs to be fired. Dayball, Dolphins head coach, McDaniels, those two got to go. I really think that. Jackson Dart, Scattaboo, those two are studs. They're absolute studs. But why do we have Dayball? Man, anyways, if they just got a coach in there that was pretty good, that team could be a winning team. They got that heart, that grit. But Bo Nix and the Broncos, they're leading the AFC West. You got to give them a lot of credit. I think they just took advantage, like you said, Hulk. They just like the Giants don't know how to win, so the Broncos just like, we're gonna take this one, and they flipped the switch, man.
I mean, this is just like you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's just like you have no idea about clock management. Like, if you have a big lead in the fourth quarter, you're running the ball, you're chewing clock. Like, even if your defense just like decided to stop playing, there's no reason they should have enough time on the clock to score 33 points if you're sitting there managing the clock well. So, yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think the Giants just don't know how to win football games. They've been on the receiving end of game-winning field goals more than like any team I've seen. They lose so much to like these long game-winning field goals. But yeah, I mean, I think we've just come to the consensus that New York football is just cursed. They're just meant to suffer.
It's just bad, right? Like, New York is just bad in general. Everyone get out of New York, come to the Midwest or something. Go to LA. Go root for the Rams. Get out of New York, go root for the Rams,
No. Go watch some Eli Manning highlights.
Eli Manning. Yeah. No, the Giants. What do you guys like at least the fabric of the Giants team? Maybe not the head coach, but like we've been talking a lot about Jackson Dart and Scattaboo, and they got some players on defense. Do you guys think they could actually be like decent, or they just kind of don't have talent enough to be competitive? because they keep playing these games. They're so tight, but they just kind of throw it, man. So
yeah, I mean they beat the Eagles pretty bad.
Yeah, they took it to them.
This is pretty out of. I mean, the Giants' defense is fairly decent.
They got Brian Burns leading the NFL in sacks. I believe he's got 9 sacks. They got Thibodeau is really good off the edge too.
Oh, the Giants.
They got some ballers. They got some ballers on the defense.
The Giants got the Eagles again next week.
Dude, beat them again.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah, beat them again.
They beat the Eagles, get 1 week away, and then they play the Eagles again.
Be so fun if they freaking beat them, man. Like,
yeah. No, I think Jackson Dart is good. I think Scadaboo is good. I think they got some guys on offense. I think their defense is good enough. Like I said, I think with the Giants, it's gotta be a head coaching problem. It's gotta be offensive scheming, defensive scheming problem, a culture problem. Because like, there's no reason they should be this bad. Like they've shown flashes of greatness. So.
Yeah, I think we got to get Jackson Dart and Cam Scadabo in the next season of Jersey Shore. There's one thing that I can push for: get those boys down the shore this summer. That'd be entertaining. They're definitely. I think they'd win more down there than they do in the Meadowlands. So
that's funny, man. That's awesome. No, you're right. They got to get a new head coach. Go to the Jersey Shore. We got something rolling. But no, they got some cats on defense. So. Dude, I'd love some of their defensive linemen if they came to the Bills, the Packers, even the Colts, right? Dude, I mean, the Giants' defensive line is no freaking joke. So I think that's why they kind of got the Eagles, because their defensive line was just giving them fits. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's a coaching problem too, like you said, Hulk, but they don't know how to win. They just got – it's a culture problem that's been there for years, right? Just for years.
And because the Eagles decided to pass the ball 50 times and run the ball like twice against the Giants.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was also a strategy by the Eagles. Like, what the hell are you doing? But no, their D-line was eating up on Jalen Hurts, and Barkley couldn't do anything. So, yeah, maybe their defense is the only reason they're in games, but they come down to the wire, and Scadaboo is killing it for fantasy football, by the way. Like, ever since I started Scadaboo, like the last 3 weeks, I've been rolling teams. So watch out for my fantasy football team, boys. I think I got some dangerous guys on my teams. And I think, Hulk, you're feeling pretty good about your fantasy team. Old heads, you're making a comeback. I think we're all in a good position to make a run at the playoffs in fantasy football. So,
yeah, I finally strung together some wins. So I actually got a winning record now. I'm going to be 4-3 after this week.
Your team's hot. Your team's hot, man. You're starting to win some games.
I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out right in the middle of the pack. Just need to get that end of season push to get over the top.
I think you're scoring a lot of points, though. It's like perfect timing. You know what I mean? Like fantasy football is a little bit of luck, but no, Hulk, your team is starting to take off. Old heads, your team is starting to play better too. It's like it's all timing. It's who you got rolling at the right time. I'm lucky I got Scadaboo who's rolling a little bit. But dude, it's like 1 or 2 injuries to a key guy or two, and you're like, man, my fantasy team's shot. So let's keep rolling that luck, boys. All right, let's go.
All right. Next game is Colts Chargers. Colts went back to LA this week. Got it done. Really my takeaway from this game is my takeaway that I've had for almost every week. Daniel Jones is elite. Jonathan Taylor is elite. Tyler Warren is elite. The Colts O-line is the best in the league. Our defense is pretty good. The one area of this team that I'm worried about is our secondary. Our secondary is beat up. We got some injuries. And it could hurt us because in this game we were crushing the Chargers early, and at the end of the game, I mean, Herbert just started torching our secondary. he had 3 drives in a row where he threw one really long touchdown pass and two drives where he was basically just passing on every down and just killing us. So our secondary needs some help, but otherwise, I think the Colts got a lot of the pieces, and their formula is working. Jonathan Taylor is having a monster year.
Yeah. I get the concerns with the Colts secondary, but you guys are, I mean, in my mind, clearly the best team in the NFL so far. Like the only consistently dominant team that we've seen over the last month or so. I mean, obviously there was the whole Rams thing, but still, I mean, the Colts are really good.
And they're freaking they got Tyler Warren. You ever heard of him, Hulk? You ever heard of that guy?
Yeah,
Tyler
he's a rookie. You know, he's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I've never heard him talk about, you know.
I never
you were
even-
talking a few things, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Tyler Warren's really freaking good. I mean, you guys got some serious cats over there. So they're not only beating teams, they're pounding teams, right? You're leading the NFL in points per game. I think your defense is your weakness for sure. I agree, Hulk. Like when I look at your stats and the way you're playing the games, your defense isn't elite. I mean, it's a good defense, but we'll see. I mean, the Rams did beat the Colts, right? I think the Colts schedule's been weak. So we'll see when they start to play a little bit better competition. I want to see the same production, right? The same output on offense. But yeah, I think the Colts, they're rolling, man. They got that magic. They got something special. So we've been saying that. Obviously, Hulk, you're more of a Colts fan, but Goggins and I are more, we're coming with you kind of thing, right? Like it makes a lot of sense. I think they got something special. So
I think you're muted, Hulk.
Sorry, I was muted. The next week we got the Titans at home, so should be an easy win. We should improve to 7-1. I don't foresee that being a trap game. I just don't think the Titans are good enough to be trapping anybody. Then we got the Steelers the following week, and then we're going to Germany to play the Berlin Falcons. So
Dude, the NFL Berlin.
yeah.
That's gonna set the tone for the rest of the year for the
Oh
Colts.
yeah.
wow.
So no, I mean I think the toughest opponent is going to be the Steelers over the next 3 weeks. But the Falcons I think have been decent, right?
The Falcons, yeah.
So
The Falcons have been decent.
that could be a tough game. We got the Chiefs
think-
after that. So
Are you worried about the Colts opening schedule though? Like how weak the opponents have been? Or is this kind of like don't really care. We're kind of going to roll with it. I mean they're hot. It doesn't matter that much, but
I'm really not that worried because like we played some like the Broncos are good. We played the Broncos. We were able to handle them. So I think the Broncos, that's probably our best win.
For sure.
We should have beat the Rams with as good as the Rams are playing right now. Like we should have beat the Rams. We just beat ourselves in that game. So I'm not too worried. And also just like how we're winning against these teams. Like, yes, they're weak, but it's not like we're having close games with bad teams. Like we're crushing bad teams. Like they're not even close. We're still scoring a ton of points. So I'm not super concerned about that. Like I said, the real only big concern I have is our secondary. Especially when we go and play the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers might torch us. So
yeah. No.
So the only game the Colts have remaining on their schedule where they're not favorites is against the Chiefs at the end of November. So every other game, you guys are favorites right now.
Yep.
So
two losses on the year, boys.
Yeah, that's clear front runners.
Yeah.
they need
Their
to
schedule is like so easy. It's crazy.
move us into. They need to
It's almost
move
like
it.
the Bills. It's almost like the Buffalo Bills schedule.
The Bills were supposed to be, but man, no.
The NFL needs to catch up and move us into some more primetime slots. What
They
the
do.
heck?
It's hard to watch the games, and the games are never on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of annoying here.
I watch it on YouTube TV, but
Okay. Okay.
we have one primetime game, and it's against the Niners in December. On
I
Monday
want to see
night.
them on TV. They should be on TV every week.
So on
haven't caught-
December 22nd, Monday Night Football, you'll be able to watch the Colts play for the first time.
The 49ers, you said?
Yeah,
49ers.
they're playing the Niners at home in December.
I've been watching them on NFL Replay. Like, I rewatched the games from the previous day.
Yeah.
They're dominating teams, but I will say the Rams are 5-2. They're not the best team in the NFL. The Colts struggled. The Broncos, they should have lost. They got a call on a field goal that like basically made them win that game. So they played two good teams. They've struggled. So I would say like I want to see more from the Colts, and I think they're the best team. They're having fun. They're really a great story. But same as all the good teams. I just want to see them play good teams. I feel like the one team that the Jaguars that we were saying is kind of like having a surprising season. They just got kind of pounded by the Rams, right? And the Rams played the Colts too. So I think the Colts are clearly the best team in your division, right? I mean, if you just base it off of they played these teams in similar ways. So I think the Colts, they're the best team in that division. It's just whether can they go like, dude, if they went 15-2, number one seed, that'd be such a fun story, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's gonna happen.
Man.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at this schedule, Goggins, and I think you're looking at this schedule too. It's pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty weak. Like our toughest games are the Steelers, the Falcons, the Chiefs, and maybe the Seahawks. But none of those are like teams that I'm like, man, I'm like worried that the Colts might struggle against these guys. Maybe the Chiefs. I don't know. The Chiefs could be a tough game. So maybe we lose one more. Maybe we lose one more game.
They could be the one seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like no one even had them in the discussion, and now we're like, oh, they're going to be the one seed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had them slipping in into the wild card spot, not winning the
you
division.
And Goggins both did.
I had Houston. I had Houston winning
I had
the
him winning the division. I picked him winning the division.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you had him. I just meant you had him in the playoffs. So I look pretty. I got to put him in the playoffs. What the hell?
Yeah.
Come on, Lombardi, pick it up.
I had Houston winning the division. That ain't happening.
Yeah,
That is
no, you're
not
right.
happening.
When's
Dude,
the last time the
Colts,
Colts are the one seed, Goggins? Do you remember?
I'm thinking Colts Patriots are going to play in the second round of the playoffs. That's my. I see that. I see that in the tea leaves.
That could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last time the Colts were this good, did they play Tom Brady in the playoffs when Peyton won the Super
Peyton
Bowl?
Manning. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Those were the best matchups ever. Freaking Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Those are so fun. Yeah.
I'm looking this up
Belichick
right
usually
now.
won. Belichick usually won those battles though. Peyton Manning struggled against Belichick and Brady.
The Colts have not won their division since 2014.
2014. Wow.
So that was the last time they won their
Okay.
division.
Wow. Andrew Luck never won with the Colts. He never won that division, or is that his first year, second year? I remember Andrew Luck made the playoffs early in his
Yeah.
career,
Andrew Luck.
and he won a game. I think he won a game in the playoffs in his first or second year. But yeah, Peyton Manning really
Yeah.
struggled with Bill Belichick and the Patriots. I mean,
Andrew Luck was the quarterback in 2014.
yeah. So
Yep.
that must have been one of his first years. But yeah, you got to freaking think if the Colts can pull this off, what a miracle season. I mean, no one called that. No one called them being, other than Rest Period After Dark, no one was saying this stuff about Indiana Jones and all this stuff, man. So
In our last
That'd be cool.
in our last big playoff run was in 2018, I think, when we lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Due to them deflating the footballs, even though that wasn't
and yeah.
yeah, they deflated the footballs. That's why we lost. It's not because, the Patriots were just really good that year. It's because they deflated the footballs.
What was that? Was that an Andrew Luck year? Were you saying?
That was his That's the thing about Andrew Luck is his last season with the Colts, he made it to the AFC Championship game, and then he retired the next season.
He's just too smart for football. That guy's too smart for football. He had to go do some other stuff. Yeah.
It was brutal.
Because wasn't he like, he was a Stanford quarterback. He was like this genius. Everyone's like, why the hell are you playing football, man? Go do some other stuff. Be an engineer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got like a record for the Wonderlic test or something.
Yeah.
He was a smart guy.
And now he's the GM for Stanford football. Kind of cool. He's back in the college game. But yeah, I think you're looking at a Colts team that's, they're the best in the AFC. So, I mean, we're all hyping the Bills, and I'm a Bills fan, but I just don't see the Bills doing what the Colts are doing. So, they just look the best on paper, and they've got a great team. So
Never mind. I was wrong. The Colts made the AFC Championship game in 2015.
2015. Okay.
Yeah. We did not win our division that year, though. So the last time we won our division was 2014. But we made the AFC Championship in 2015.
Gotcha.
So
with Andrew Luck, though, and then Andrew Luck retired.
Yeah, he retired in 2019.
2019.
Yeah, we made
what a weird end to his career, though, right? Like, wasn't he injured at neck, shoulder? All kinds of stuff going on. Peyton Manning had the same problem. Hopefully, they can not deal with that with Indiana Jones. Keep him healthy.
Yeah, I hope so. Alrighty, so we're getting close to the end of the games here. I gotta get my list back up here. Somehow I lost it. All right, so got Packers Cardinals. Packers won a close one against the Cardinals. That's what I'm saying. Cardinals lost another one score game to the Packers. Cardinals are a lot better than their record is showing. So, yeah.
I'll let Goggins, you go first.
Take it away.
He had some good takes.
I'll go on mute. You guys are the Packers guy.
I'm wearing my Packers jacket this evening in solidarity with Green Bay. We won, right? We said we had to win last week. We said that this was going to set the tone. We're the 1 seed currently in the NFC, and we don't deserve to be anywhere near it. So, we've played such a weak schedule, and we've struggled pretty much the last 4 weeks. I'm just hanging in there. I'm gonna bite my tongue and not say anything negative. I believe in Matt LaFleur. I believe in Jordan Love. I believe in the defense. Josh Jacobs is filthy. We have a good team. You can't look a gift horse in the mouth. So the season is still alive. The Packers are still, I think, they're clearly contenders. They're positioned to, they're masters of their own destiny still. So I'm just choosing to believe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just look real quick.
Parsons.
Can you see? Oh, can you see that jersey?
I can't see
Do you
that
know who
jersey.
that is? Do you know who that is?
Oh, that's Michael. That's Michael.
Dude, Jerry Jones. Thank you. That is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jerry.
Micah Parsons.
Thank you, Jerry.
Micah Parsons finally did something for you guys. He had 4 sacks against the Arizona Cardinals.
He had 3 sacks, Hulkster.
3 sacks.
He had 3 sacks, which is the most he's ever had in an NFL game. Michael was lit, man. Jerry Jones, thanks a lot for helping us out and just letting us be who we are. We're a great team. So we're the number 1 team in the NFC. Colts are the number 1 team in the AFC. I'm on cloud 9. I can't ask for much more here. The Rams are also doing well. So what the Packers, here's the other thing that I've been listening to that's just hilarious to me. We win this game and the media just like, oh, LaFleur, he's terrible. Jordan Love is no good. Like people are just hating on the Packers, and I don't think they're the best team in the NFL right now. I mean, it's clear they're not playing the best football in the NFL, but the Cardinals at home, they're pretty tough, man. Like Hulk said, they're one of those teams, like they might get people, they might catch the Seahawks, or they might get the 49ers. I don't know. But yeah, you just got to win games like that. We took some shots to the face, but 10th round came around and we won the game. So I respect the Packers. I think they still have an elite defense. Micah Parsons made some key plays. And the way I judge an elite player, by the way, is like, one, I'm watching the game and I notice they're just that guy. They're different. But also, like, he has the most pressures in the NFL. He has the best win rate on pass rushes in the NFL. He's unstoppable. They're double, triple teaming the guy. He got a sack on third down in the fourth quarter to win the game, basically. So that's why we're really good, is we have a guy that's just different like that. And there's the Rams have that too, by the way. The Rams have Puka, Devontae. They have these guys on offense that are just as good. So I don't know. We'll take it for this week, right? But yeah, no, the Packers are not done though, man. So we got to be clear. They're not done. They're not a finished product. The Colts, I think, are the best team in the NFL. The Colts are the best team in the NFL based on what we've seen in the first 6 or 7 weeks. But the Packers are definitely in the top 5 conversation, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with that overall. But they're not as good as the Colts. I think, honestly, the Lions, the way they've been playing, are pretty damn good on offense. But the Packers did beat them. So once again, it's a hard judgment right now, 6 or 7 games in, but let's see, like 14 games in this season, like where we're at. But if we're still the number 1 seed and the Colts are still the number 1 seed, I don't know. Maybe we're having a good conversation about it. But 6 games in, we got some work to do. So we got some work to do, I think. But
yeah, Kyle, I don't think the Packers are the best team in the NFC. The best team in the NFC is the Buccaneers right now. The Bucs are the best team in the NFC. They did lose to the Lions tonight, actually. They just lost to the Lions. They lost to the Lions pretty bad, but yeah, I mean, I think it's the Bucs or the Lions, honestly. Like, I still think the Lions are really good. I think when we see that matchup, Lions-Packers, for the second time this year, the Lions are going to get it done. They're going to win it. Packers are a playoff team for sure. They're going to make the playoffs. But I don't think they're winning their division. I think the Bucs or the Lions are going to be getting that 1 seed. And again, I'm just going to reiterate that I don't think Micah Parsons is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think one player is going to magically make your defense like super elite. But he's good. He's good. I'll give him that. He's really good. But yeah, that's my...
Yeah, no, I think again, we're struggling at corner, Hulk. You kind of said it with the Colts, the secondary. Yeah, we're struggling at corner. Like, they beat us over the top on some throws. So yeah, I mean, you gotta keep getting better. I think any team in the NFL is just keep getting better. I think there's plenty of guys in the NFL right now that are injured. The Packers have injuries, but we have not. So we don't have as many big injuries as the 49ers, as, a lot of these teams that are in contention too. But who in 10 weeks, who's the team with less injuries? Because if it's the Packers, I'm going to tell you they're the best team in the NFC. If it's, the Rams are freaking healthy, they could be dangerous, man, the way they're playing. So the Rams they're hurt every single year. That's why I don't trust the Rams this year. They're always hurt. They always have big injuries. The 49ers have huge injuries already this year. The Buccaneers are good, but they're so injured. I mean, they're beat to hell, man. I get what you're trying to say, but like, Baker Mayfield tonight showed us against a good team what he looks like. He wasn't very good. So it's the Lions got beat by the Packers. And then the Lions freaking come out and whoop the shit out of the Buccaneers. It's a hard read right now for me. Like, which team is the best? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which team's the best, but
I get that Micah Parsons is great. I get that, like, teams are losing, but like, do the Packers seem like a team that can win 3 to 4 playoff games down the stretch? That's my question. Because like, I'm not convinced right now. Week 1, sure, but like, I mean, they don't look like a team right now that is going to win 4 close games against good football teams.
Well, let's say, okay, so right now they're the best team in the NFC. So I could contend that with anyone in the NFC that's not as good as them, right? So, I mean, we could make this debate.
You're telling me they're going to be the Niners? Kyle, I've watched the Packers lose to the Niners in January so many times. If the Niners come to Lambeau right now in January, we're screwed. Like, we're done.
No, I know.
Pack it up.
I know where you're going with that one. Yeah, no, the 49ers, they're always brutal to play at Lambeau. But we got to remember, I mean, I just said this 2 weeks ago, but we don't play very well on the road, man. And it's proven itself out. Like, we are a dominant team at Lambeau. We're average at other places. It's just how this year has gone for us. But we are 4-1-1. We won a game on the road, a team that's tough. I mean, do I think we can win 3-4 games on, the playoffs? I think we got to get better. I mean, it's a hard answer right now, but do I think the Buccaneers are better than the Packers? No. How do I know? I don't know. They haven't played each other, but we beat the Lions. You're right. If the Lions beat the snot out of the Buccaneers, what does that say? I don't know what that says, right? But man, you got to remember, the Jimmies and the Joes make more differences in X's than the O's. Like, we have a guy that no one else has, and it's like, we can make all these, the Packers offense isn't playing perfect. I agree. I don't think they are. But Josh Jacobs is a superstar, right? I think Christian Watson coming back is a big deal. I think Zach Tom's back, and he's playing well. So I think we actually looked a little bit better in this game on the road than we looked in maybe a few previous games. But no, I think Jordan Love's not bad either. I think I've heard a lot of hate for Jordan Love. He's having a career year, so it's kind of like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is playing really well. His stats are good. The Colts are winning. The Jordan Love is the same thing. He's the number 1 seed in the NFC right now. Jordan Love's having a career year. What I'm hearing a lot of is he's not very good. I'm hearing a lot of they're not very good. The Packers are overrated. The Chiefs were not great last year and won almost every game. So let's be careful on winning games in the NFL matters, and whoever wins the most games is probably the best team. And it's like, you got to remember, winning games is harder than anything. So yeah, do I think they can win 3 or 4 games in the playoffs? Yes, because I put them in the Super Bowl. But they got to get better. I mean, it's obvious they're not the best team in the NFL today. I'm going to stick with that. I think Nate Hobbs is not very good though. So if we could trade Nate Hobbs, get a better cornerback, I think. But Hulk, you're saying the same thing about the Colts, right? You're not feeling great about the secondary. I feel the exact same way about the Packers. I think that's our only weakness, and it keeps showing itself, man. They keep throwing the ball over the top. They keep hitting these big plays on 3rd down.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. Why are we letting these passes happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
I think the Packers offense isn't nearly as consistent though as the Colts offense has been. So I guess I would say that my biggest worry is the secondary, and maybe that's your biggest worry for the Packers right now. I think the Colts offense is a lot better than the Packers at this point in the season.
No, it's been better for sure, per game averages and all that.
Yeah.
Our defense is much more elite than the Colts defense. So if you look at the stats, Packers are a top 5 defense. Well, again, it's stats-based stuff. It's if you look at everything they do, they are a very tough defense to deal with, right? And remember, they beat the snot out of the Lions, the best offense in the NFL. I get it was week 1. I get it's at Lambeau. But if we get the number 1 seed, which we have right now, who knows how the year plays out? I have no idea. But Yeah, if we get the number 1 seed and we're at Lambeau, I'll say we have a good shot.
Yep.
If we're playing on the road,
Unless
like
you're
any
playing
other
the
team,
Niners. If you play the Niners at
Yeah.
Lambeau, you're done.
No,
Done
you're
for.
right. Hey, man, the Niners freaking have our number, right? Like the Niners have our number at Lambeau. I can't predict that, but I'll go with I trust the Packers. Why not? Why not, boys? Here we go.
But like genuine gut check though, Kyle. Like, do you think the Packers actually have a shot? Like, if they're playing, not the Bucks. I mean, I'm not worried about the Bucks. I'm not worried about the Lions. But I'm thinking like the Eagles, the Niners, or like a hot Rams team. I know you think the Rams are trash, but like,
No, I don't. They're 5-2. I don't think they're trash.
like if you had to put money on it, right? Like, are you riding the Packers? Fandom aside,
At Lambeau, or
I mean, it's probably gonna. Let's say at Lambeau, because we'll just call it what it is today.
I think they're going to be in some slugfest. I mean, dude, it's the NFL. That's what I love. It's right now today, like they are 4-1-1. I get it. The freaking tie to the Cowboys, idiotic. The Browns game, it's miserable. Like, fans, analysts are all like, what the hell are we doing out there? I get that, man. Like, I get it. But yeah, actually, that's a good question. Like, we beat the Lions at Lambeau. Do I think we can beat the Buccaneers? Yes. The 49ers today, I think we could beat them. Yes. You go down the list of those teams, I think yes. But we could also lose to one of those teams too, because the Packers on the road, if we're on the road, I don't trust this team as much. It's just true, right? So, if we're on the road, we could lose to the Buccaneers. We could lose to the Seahawks. We could lose to the 49ers. But at Lambeau, I feel pretty confident. And the Colts, they lost on the road, yes, to the Rams. And that was their only tough game on the road, yes. So, they have pretty easy cupcake games here, the Colts. The Packers, I get it. The Cardinals are not bad. Jacoby Brissett was playing pretty well. On the road, they pulled it off. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Packers. Jordan Love is actually having a career year statistically. Matt Stafford's having a much better year. I think Matt Stafford's playing out of his mind. Jared Goff's having a very good statistical year. Baker Mayfield's having a very good statistical year. But, no, Jordan Love's playing well enough. So I'd go with him, sure. In 4 or 5 weeks, if we're still the number 1 seed and we're still like, dude, we're not progressing. The Colts offense is better. Yeah, for sure. Like the Colts offense is playing better than the Packers. So I wouldn't debate that at all. I think that's true. I think that's very true. That's why the Colts, I think, are the best team in the NFL right now. I'm just trying
to get to the Super Bowl first. We'll cross the Super Bowl when the Packers get to the Super Bowl. But I'm just saying,
But that could change. Dude, I'm telling you, injuries, the Packers are the problem with the Packers is Micah Parsons is great if he gets injured, or they only have so many.
Yeah, they're gonna have to lean in hard. They're gonna have to lean in hard on Josh Jacobs to make it out of the NFC.
I agree, and it's like Josh Jacobs. The problem is he's been kind of iffy the last 2 weeks on injuries or sickness, and that is probably part of why we're barely winning games. Is I don't know, man. Like our superstars, we count on them a lot. Like the Colts have, it feels like they have multiple guys that can make plays in a week. I don't love that. I don't love the fact the Packers are so Josh Jacobs based on offense right now. We don't have good receivers, man. We don't have that guy. We don't have a Tyler Warren. We have good players, but I think Tyler Warren's actually better than any tight end we have. Tucker Kraft's decent, but Jonathan Taylor is a beast. Josh Jacobs is a beast, but I think the Colts have better receivers than the Packers. And I look through the PFF rankings, which some people say are terrible, others love it, but the Packers have nobody in the top 50, man. So it's like, I don't think they have great receivers. They're not separating, but Matthew Golden will get better. He's only a freaking rookie. Christian Watson's coming back from injury. He's the number 1 receiver. So if they actually play well, I think we could be a problem for everyone, but I'm projecting all of this, man. It's all projections, but
yeah, I think the Packers are going to have. I think the Packers are still going to be a good team, make the playoffs, potentially make a run. But yeah, I think the Colts, like we were saying, are the best team in the NFL right now. Just offense wise, and our defense is good enough. So yeah, we just have a few more games here to go through. We're right at an hour 30, so I'll just like kind of go through them. The only other game left for tonight is Houston and Seattle. It's halftime right now. I think it's still halftime. Maybe it's not. Maybe this just isn't updated. Let's see. Nope, they're playing. Seattle's winning 17-6. I mean, Houston's not that great this year, so should be a pretty easy win for Seattle. Cowboys beat the piss out of the Commanders. The Cowboys are actually scoring a lot of points in their games, but I think they've just beat up on weak teams. The Commanders
How about the Commanders, Jaden Daniels hurt again. Hulk.
Yeah. If Jaden Daniels was healthy, I think it would be a different season for the Commanders for sure. And then the only other,
they're not the dogs like we thought, or at least I thought, because Jaden Daniels has been hurt, man, multiple weeks.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate, man. It's like, come on.
Jaden Daniels is a dog. If Jaden Daniels was in, they'd be in a lot better position.
Yeah, they're sliding though. Yeah.
The only other game is Pats Titans. I mean, there's really not a lot to say. The Titans suck. Whoever plays them is going to crush them. So that's what we saw. But the Patriots are on the up and up. That's really the story. The defense scored me 33 points.
Their defense. Can we spend just a minute on this? I know we're kind of late into this, but
yeah,
dude, Drake May is playing out of his mind. Stephon Diggs is making a comeback. Sees it like Mike Vrabel. I don't know. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Pats are legit.
This is ridiculous.
The Pats are number 2 in the AFC, dude. Like,
yeah, they're good.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it goes Colts. It goes Colts to the top.
Yeah,
the Pats.
The Pats,
just like 07.
Just like 07. We're seeing some.
Drake May's a real deal. I mean, dude, who would have thought Patriots, man, in that 2 seed?
No.
I don't know. They're playing well. Their defense is freaking good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got some cats, man.
Oh yeah.
They got some cornerbacks. They got they don't have Gronk or Tom Brady, but Hunter Henry, right? He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Drake May, Stevenson, a running back. I don't know. Kind of the feel good story, I guess.
No.
For Goggins. Goggins, you like the Patriots.
Yeah. Dude, I do. I don't like that I like the Patriots because I understand why everybody hates them, but like I do like the Patriots. I've been watching them long enough.
Yeah.
I have enough allegiance to Boston still that I mean I do like them.
I spent way too much time on the Packers, but can we just this team is good. The Patriots are good. This is shocking, man. They punched the Bills in the mouth. They actually they played so well in that game. Stephon Diggs played so well. I got to give them a lot of respect. I was a little surprised by all of this, but Drake May's a lot better, man, than anyone was saying. He might be the guy. He might be the best, other than Josh Allen in the AFC. He might be the best quarterback in the AFC. That's how well he's playing. He's playing out of his freaking mind.
Yeah.
I'm serious, dude. Daniel Jones is playing really well. But Drake May, the way he played against the Bills, I don't freaking know, man. He's a different
I think
guy.
the last 3 weeks, I think he's definitely in the conversation. He's getting hot. And Diggs is totally showing out for him. And yeah, I mean, like you said, Stevenson has been solid. Dude, they just play pretty straightforward football. Unlike Vrabel, definitely, we all know he's a good, defensive, hard-nosed kind of guy. And it's working for him. They just got to keep it going.
And Josh McDaniels coming back there, dude. What a great offensive coordinator for Drake May. Won how many? 4 Super Bowls, right? Incredible, actually. So I'm actually super worried. I think this team is way better than I thought. And the Bills are not going to run away with this, right? Everyone thought they would, but they're not going to. So it actually makes for a good story, though. I like parity. I like good football. I like I don't know. It's fun when you get a lot of good teams. So it's it's making it fun. So
Yeah, the Bills are not running away with that. It's for sure. The Pats are good, but I think that's a good spot to call it for this episode of Rest Period After Dark. Again, if you made it this far and you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, subscribe. You know, let's hear your voices in the comments if you disagree.
Check out the merch. Check out the merch.
Check out the merch. You know, it's pretty sweet. Buy some drinks with our affiliate link, and yeah, this has been the Rest Period signing off. Thank you guys.
peace.
Too easy. Too easy.